here enjoying the sun, and as you can see, the wind. Now, I know I'm not in no position to tell anybody, especially those that are grown and have a history under their belt dealing with people, the opposite sex. If you like the same sex, that have a history of relationships or even marriages, I'm not in no position to tell them what to do and how to handle themselves. I just know, as I'm stepping into the world, being single and a single mom, I just know that I'm seeing a lot of shadiness and deceitfulness amongst the nation, especially dealing with men and women. My thing is, if you want what you want, be truthful with the person. If you want sex, tell them, hey, I'm not trying to get down like that. You don't have to send me texts. You don't have to come at me. I just want booty from you. That's all I want. That's whether it's a man or woman. Tell a person, I just want some booty. I just want some penis, dick, or whatever you want to call it. Shoot. Yeah. But to sit there and try to deceive somebody as if you like them, that's just grimy. And then you get those terms of, there ain't no loyal chicks out there, or there ain't no good man out there, of course. Because for one thing, everybody always go off of what they flesh like, not what they mind and spirit want or need. It's what they flesh want. So basically what I'm saying is, people think with their flesh and the pleasure of their flesh. Their lips, their breasts, their private part, that's what they think of first. They tend to that first. And then at the end of the day, their feelings is hurt. Oh, they use me. Oh, well, it's your fault too. You went after what your spirit is attracted to, whether you want to admit it or not. If you can't say I hate this type of woman, but then go after that type of woman. At the end of the day, you can't say I hate these type of men, but you continue dealing with these type of men. If you are stepping out of a relationship and just want to have fun, tell that person, hey, I just want to have fun. Okay, that's all I want. If you want a friendship, tell them, hey, I want a friendship, and I want to have fun. If you want to be by yourself, tell them, I'm not looking for nothing right now. I want to be by myself. I'm trying to get my head together, my heart together, and that's what I want. So, my thing is, I'm walking around. My thing is, with society, to me, nobody is real about theirs. I have not yet found, with my experience as being a woman and who I'm looking for is a man, of course. I have not yet found a real man that's real about his, that tell it like it is. They always come off smooth talking, act like they like you, but then it's another thing to it. It's more to it. The more you dig and dig and dig, and you sit back and you watch and you examine everything, yeah, I have not yet found somebody that, hey, this is what I want and this is what I need. If you don't like it, then okay, deuces. If you don't like it, I'm gonna turn to black and fade away, basically. Don't let somebody, men and women, don't sit there. If you see this person is getting attached to you and constantly checking up on you or constantly seeing how you doing, and all you want is booty and you don't want nothing else, tell that person, hey, it's not nothing like that. I just want booty. You don't have to go there with me on whatever. If you know you are somebody that is getting themselves together spiritually and mentally, don't pleasure your flesh, because all you're doing is going backwards into uncleanness and evil. And if you saying you a good man or woman, How do you want a good man or woman when the first thing you do is pleasure your flesh? Whether that's with money, sex, drugs, selfishness due to whatever you like doing or whatever. You can't say you changing yourself spiritually or mentally and are you looking for a good person when all you doing is still going after the wrong in people. It doesn't make no sense. I guess right now in life I'm getting myself together. I'm not even gonna lie to nobody. If somebody asks me what's going on with me, I'm gonna tell them straight up. I'm gonna tell them everything, down to the fact that I got children. And I don't want no man to step up and be a daddy or give me money for my children or nothing else. Just respect the fact that I'm a mother and I do have children. And I do have to juggle all that and juggle you. I will juggle you. I will. And I'll make sure I have time for you. But if all you doing is checking up to see when I'm available to get some, then what's the point for me to even go on? Especially if I'm looking at you as, okay, this could be the person. I'm gonna fade to black. I am. I will. I don't know about anybody else. I don't know about a man, what he would do if he looking for a good woman and he start noticing that, hey, this woman don't want nothing but money or booty, and that's not what I want right now out of life. I'm old. I'm getting older and older, and I don't got time for games. I don't got time for nonsense. I don't got time for deceitfulness and manipulation in a man. I don't got time for all that. If you're going to be real and you say you are a man, then be a man. Shoot. That's all I'm saying. If you are a woman and you handling your business, be a woman and handle your business. Don't play no man and then get mad if he goes off on you because you playing with his emotions. Don't act funny with a person if they're not doing what you want them to do the first time around. That's not how it goes. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm just old school. I believe in you sit down with the person, whether that's marriage or friendship or just booty call, you sit down with that person and tell that person where you're headed. When you get married and you say, hey, I want to get married with you, you sit down with that person and say, this is what I like and what I don't like. This is what I'm expecting out of a person, and this is what I'm not expecting. Vice versa. You do that with a person. So everything is out and open. You lay everything down. So it won't be no, oh my God, it just caught me off by surprise. Because if something different changed from what they lay down in the table and show you, this is what I am, this is how I am, this is what I have, this is what I don't have, whatever, then you can actually say, this person lied to me. Then you have a good reason, like, I can't stand the person. But when you just leaping in without checking in deep to see what's down in that water, nobody no longer look down deep to see if it's snakes in that water, to see if it's leashes in that water, to see if it's poison in that water. People just jump in. Just jump in. The sign can be right there. Be careful, alligator, snake, and people still would jump in. And I'm talking, and I'm using that as a relationship. People would jump in. You can see that person just want booty from you, but you still want to pursue them as a good person. Oh, I'm gonna make this person my woman. She's a fast tail hoish person. She flirts with everybody. She on social media showing that they booty and all this stuff. She wear tight clothes. She flaunt around trying to get attention, and you still gonna make this person your woman. And then 2 years later, when stuff hit the fan, you scratching your head like, chicks ain't loyal. And I'm sick and tired of this, and I'm sick, and you need to start wearing those tight clothes. That's how you pick them up. That is how you pick them up. You cannot force nobody to change. Women, you cannot force a man to change. Fellas, like the old saying goes, you can't change no hoe into a housewife. And for dang sure women, you can't change no thug or no trifling man into no husband. It don't work out like that. They gonna want to change. They gonna have to want to change. So I guess they gonna have to go through some major hell dealing with stuff to want to change. Or if that don't change them, they just gonna come up with new ways to be more loose and deceitful and grimy with their ways. So that's my part one to what I'm seeing in this world and what I'm experiencing in this world. And I'm just saying, I'm a woman, and I'm getting myself together. And just like a man want a woman to be there and hold him down when he's at his lowest and when he don't have nothing, and let me lay up on you. Or when I don't have a job, I want to see if that woman gonna be there for me. A woman want the same thing, believe me. I want to see your attentions. That if I say I'm starting over with myself, or I'm trying to get things together, are you gonna hold me down? Are you gonna be my ride or die dude from the ground up? If not, then I'm not gonna be there for you either. Men have more of an advantage than women. More women will stick with a man if they cheat. More women will stick with a man if they lose their job. More women will stick with a man if anything goes wrong. But a man won't do that for a woman. A woman got to be a robot to them. Everything got to be intact. And women, you need to think like a man. Oh, that's all I'm saying. Think like a man. Faded black on a sucker. And man, if you dealing with a trifling woman, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you have bad experience with a trifling woman, because there are trifling women out there. I'm sorry. I apologize on behalf to all the good women out there. Yes, I've stuck with men. I've submitted. I've changed. I've did everything. I submitted myself. I submitted my children. I submitted my life over to a man, and I have faith in that man that he will hold me down as a husband. And I'm not even talking about money-wise. I can't care less about the money. I'm not talking about if he loses his job, I'll stick with you. The whole house can burn down. You can lose your job and I'll stick there with you. I've been through it. There might be some things that he didn't like about me, of course. I understand that. There might have been some things he didn't like about me. But I'm just saying, I've been through it out in the open. It's windy out here. Ooh, and hot. But I just want everybody to know to have a blessed and prosperous life. And be careful. Be watchful. Be considerate. Be truthful. Be honest. Be real. A real person lay it all out on the table. They don't. Lord. From my viewpoint only, men and women, from my viewpoint only, it's nothing to nobody, it's nothing personal, it's just what I'm picking up on, things and people, what I'm hearing from close friends maybe, from family maybe I'm saying, from even, don't let the social media and the TV fool you. Some of that stuff is real. They just put a little bit more spice and try to act like it's not real. Believe me, somebody had to come up with that idea if it's not happening. Really, who came up with that idea? It's not our imagination. Something happened somewhere that they came up with that. So just be careful of what you pray for. Whatever your thing you wish for, I wish upon the stars, I pray for something, this is my goal to get to a certain thing. Just be careful what you ask for, and ask for it in detail. Be specific. Okay? Y'all have a blessed day. Goodbye.